So in this video I'm going to talk about some of the important points that we need to take into consider about virtual columns. So if you haven't seen my previous video on virtual columns, I will give the video reference in end cards. You can watch that. Okay, coming to the important points. So you cannot drop any actual column which is a part of virtual column definition. So let's say if you have created a virtual column on column A and column B, and you cannot drop a column A before dropping the virtual column. We will see the demo also soon. Okay, and you cannot directly insert value into virtual columns because it's a derived column or a computed column. And a similar way, you cannot update virtual column value also, right? It's a kind of a read only. Okay, and you can also create more than one virtual column on a given table, so there is no restriction as such. So and virtual columns cannot refer another virtual column in its definition, right? So if you have defined a virtual column, let's say virtual column A, and if you wanted to define another virtual column called virtual column B, and for virtual column B you cannot use virtual column A in its definition. We will also see that demo, no need to get confused. And when it comes to indexes, yes, indexes are allowed on virtual columns. You can create indexes. And another important point is you cannot use immutable functions in virtual column definitions. For example, immutable functions are functions for which a value will get changed over the period of time. For example, current date, now, when it comes to date functions, right? Such functions you cannot use as part of virtual columns, because for them the value will keep getting changed. For example, if you query current date, it will give one value. If you just query again within a seconds, it will give different value in seconds, right? So that kind of functions you cannot use in virtual columns. So let's talk about all this. Let's see the demo about all these points. Okay, so I have kept the scripts ready. So let's drop this table if this is already exists. So let's create a column. So the first thing is I have created more than one virtual column here. One is balance, another is full name. So these two are referring the virtual columns here, right? Now I'm trying to insert two rows into this. So, and let's select this, and as usual, so balance is a virtual column, full name is virtual column. This got derived the values as per its definition, right? And now let's try to drop a column debit, which is part of balance virtual column, right? Let's see. So you cannot delete that. The reason is it is part of virtual column. You can see this objects depends on it, right? Now, so let's try to insert the value manually into virtual column. In this, balance is a virtual column, right? So cannot insert a non-default value into column. Similarly, you cannot update value of balance, which is also virtual column, right? So if you see here, balance is a generated column. That's the error message, right? And now let's see the index. So here you can create index, as I mentioned. For example, balance is a virtual column. You can create an index on it. No errors. Now, so this is the example which I was talking about. Like one virtual column cannot be part of another virtual column, right? So I'm trying to add a new column onto this table called virtual column 3, right? In which I'm referring full name, right, which is another virtual column. If you see here, full name is a virtual column, right? And balance is also a virtual column. So even you can remove the balance, and you can simply keep first name here, for example, just to get more clarity. See, a generated column cannot reference another generated column. So this is what this point is meant for, right? Now immutable things, right? So if you see here, we're trying to get the number of days between the current date and creation date. Here current date is immutable, right? So as its value keep changes when you query it, right? So you are not allowed to create the table itself because it contains the immutable function here. You can see clear, error is generation expression is not immutable. Okay, all right, so that's all about all the important points about virtual columns. See you in next video. Thank you for watching.